Today I'm going to be going over the anatomy of a well-optimized collection page for an e-commerce site. I'm going to show you a few examples of what a good collection page looks like. I'm going to show you, and then we're going to build an example together. But first of all, why do you want to think about collection pages the way I'm about to show you? So when you're running an e-commerce store, the only way to make money with SEO is to get bottom of funnel pages to rank well. Those being collection pages and product pages. And so you want to be really intentful about how you plan which collection pages to build out and then how you plan to get those to rank well. So just very generally speaking, you want to build collection pages around like a lot of long tail keywords. You want to find like a core keyword you want a collection page to rank for, that has really high volume and is rather competitive. And then you want to build collection pages targeting longer tail keyword versions of that keyword, and then internally link those other collection pages to that main collection page. And this is a really effective way of getting in front of a lot of different search terms around a specific, product or collection of products that you sell, by targeting not just the main keyword you want to rank for, but a bunch of longer tail versions of that keyword. There's tons of different ways people are searching on Google, and by having different collection pages targeting all the different ways people are searching, you can think of it as kind of building mini landing pages for every single version of that keyword. And it improves your chances of ranking for a longer tail version by having a collection page that exactly matches the search intent of that keyword. And the side benefit, or really the main benefit, is those pages can rank well, and then you can internally link them to that main collection page, pass a lot of that SEO value onto the main page, and hopefully get that one ranking even better, and support it in that way. So I'll show you what that looks like now. That's kind of the main idea. I can maybe make a video of how I do the keyword research to find those pages. So let me know if you want to see that. But I won't go too deep into that in this video. Try and keep it to one topic. So what does this actually look like? I'll show you two examples here, and then I'll get into an example of like saying we want to rank for the keyword organic supplements. So two examples here: Gymshark and Fanatics, two pretty big brands, both billion-dollar companies, and they dump a lot of money into SEO, so they know what they're doing. And a big issue I see with a lot of e-commerce brands is their collection pages are very bare. It's literally just an H1 and then a listing of all their products, and that's it. And a lot of people, they're kind of touchy about how a collection page looks, which fine, branding is important, but I think ranking well and actually making money in the search results is more important. And so what a good collection page looks like, and what you'll see pretty commonly across collection pages that rank well, is three things. One, under the H1, there's always like some little snippet of a collection description that includes the keyword that they're trying to rank for. And then at the bottom of the page, there's another section, a bit longer, answering, kind of like an FAQ section, but just talking more about the product. And this is more, a lot of people fall into the trap of just kind of writing just kind of random stuff to fit the keywords in. But the best way to do this is to kind of think about why someone might be searching for it, and answering some questions they might have. Like I said, you can think of it as like an FAQ section kind of. And Gymshark actually has a couple FAQs here, drop downs. And then the third thing is in both of these, there's good internal linking. So this is kind of a big one here. Like at the top here, they have quick links to related collections. And then down at the bottom here, again, they have some internal links to less closely related, but still along the same lines, like shorts, joggers, hoodie, other things people would buy with this. And you can see here the Fanatics, they could actually be doing better here. I think, yeah, they could improve it for sure, but at least at the bottom here, they have this longer version, and then they actually have a lot of internal links to related collection pages. So I think this kind of makes up for it, in my opinion. Just the sheer number of internal links here that they have. So this is kind of what you should be aiming for your collection pages to look like. I would kind of shoot for a combination between Gymshark and Fanatics. Gymshark could use a few more internal links here at the bottom, and some of their collection pages are better than others. So they still do a pretty good job across the board. But yeah, this is kind of the anatomy of a well-optimized collection page, I would say. And so, yeah, let's go through exactly how I would plan this out. So if I wanted to rank for the keyword organic supplements, it's a pretty competitive keyword, almost 3,000 searches per month. So a lot of people are searching it. And so and there's some big brands ranking well for it. I mean, you have Garden of Life, Organic India, Mary Ruth. Maybe you've never heard of these brands, but they're pretty big in the supplement space. Then you have Target, GNC, and so there's some pretty big names ranking for this keyword. And so in order to rank for it, you have to have a strategy and a plan to get there. So first of all, you need to build a collection page targeting organic supplements. And so this is just a document of how I sometimes line out new collection pages for clients. Like I'll have, outline the primary keyword. Is the wrong keyword in there? I just duplicated it from another one. And then organic, have the page title written out here, the meta description written out here, and then, like I said, the H1 little snippet that includes the keyword within it. It can really say anything, especially at the top. You don't have a lot of room, so there's not much you can say. Just make sure it has that keyword in there. And then right below it, I like to have 3 links to related products or related collection pages, just to help users navigate and to make sure that there's plenty of internal linking going around. And so down at the bottom here, I have an H2 that again includes the main keyword, and then just some more content that gives you opportunities to create more internal links. And so this could definitely be better. I just kind of wrote some stuff for this video. And a good way to take this further is, like I said, add a few FAQ style questions that you're answering. You can go into people also ask, there's always good options here. So you could add, are organic supplements better? What is an organic supplement? That's kind of a big one because people have a lot of misconceptions about what organic even means. And so you do, what is an organic supplement, and are organic supplements better? So answer those 2 questions, and you can definitely have ChatGPT write these up. I would create an outline with the questions you want answered based on what shows up on Google, and then just have AI answer the questions. The exact wording isn't super important, just the fact that you're answering the questions. Make sure it's accurate, of course, and includes the keyword and some internal linking. So that's kind of the method I'd follow for every collection page I build within this like cluster of collection pages. And then once you have this built out, what you want to do is do some keyword research around longer tail versions of the keyword and find keywords that, again, longer tail and have decent volume. And so I went ahead and did that, came up with a few keywords here, just 10 of them. You can say natural supplements, not exactly organic supplements, but close enough in my opinion. And there's way more volume around natural supplements versus organic supplements. So you can see the volumes on this side. They go from anywhere 1,300 up to 12,000. And what I would do with these collection pages is for every single one of them, they should all be independent, of course, and linked to other relevant collection pages within all the internal linking you're doing. But I would just make sure that the very first internal link on the page, in that section right below the H1, you're linking back to the main organic supplements collection page that you just built. And that way, the first internal link on any page is going to be the most important in Google's eyes. Is going to pass the most SEO value on to whatever page you're linking to. And so make sure the very first link is going to this main collection page. And you get all these built out. Maybe these rank well, maybe they don't. They're going to rank somewhere if you do it right. And, obviously you want some of these to rank. But if you do this enough, just naturally, some pages just won't rank for whatever reason, and you don't need to worry about it too much. And in fact, if they don't rank at all, maybe you prune them from the site, take them down. But as long as they rank somewhere, you're still passing some SEO value onto that main collection page, which is the real one that you want to be ranking. So yeah, that is I think that's about it. That's kind of how I think about putting these kind of clusters of collection pages together, and how I plan out which new collection pages I want to build on an e-commerce site. It's a big part of the strategy we use here to help clients grow their revenue through organic traffic. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment or, book a call with me or whatever. Shoot me an email. And I'll be sure to answer you. And hopefully this is helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one.